Hey folks, sorry about the delay there. I'm being kind of dumb about things. I'm going to try to get this posted up on the Facebooks. Alright. So, you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
What's up? I'm Trey with the Mailroom Barber here in Florence.
We're apparently doing a straight razor head shave because we're both bored and being ridiculous. And we're doing it in my kitchen. So I'm sorry that it looks horrible. But yeah, I mean, that looks great. That right there looks awesome. Alright, so let's just get this going. Oh, hi, Aubrey's World.
It's my pumpkin.
That's your pumpkin. I'm gonna kind of be trying to pay attention to chat and everything while you do this. If I'm moving too much, just rearrange me. But let's kick it off. Let's get going. If you want to explain what you're doing while you do it, that would be rad. And then I will be taking questions from everybody, so I'll try to keep up with that as best as I can.
Sure. So we're going to go through the complete ritual, which is from cape to pre-shave to the actual process itself of shaving the head and finishing. So here we go.
Yay.
Does this feel alright? Too tight?
We're feeling good. I mean, it feels like I have a choker on right now, which is awesome.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take down. This is a little bit too thick for the razor. We want the razor to do all the work. We don't want to have to stress it out to come through. That's how we end up with cuts, ingrown hairs, and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down.
Sweet. I'm getting pampered. This is amazing.
How long has it been since the last time you done your hair?
I cut it a couple weeks ago. Took it down to no guard with my clippers that do not work as well as yours do. I'll tell you that right now.
These are what I use for outlining whenever we're doing the shape of the head
Oh, nice.
afterwards. So, but they just work to take it down to about 5 o'clock shadow, just so the razor can glide right through it.
Yeah, they're freaking rad. Oh,
I want to be really careful around here around the ears because the skin is a little bit more sensitive and these clippers can cut into it.
cool. I ain't scared.
As I'm cutting it, this is the exact same route that I'm going to take when I come through with the razor as well. There's no
Nice.
real mat like there is for a face shave. There's no map for doing it in the head. This is just the easiest way that I found that works for me.
Nice.
I work different for somebody else if you found a different way, but starting at the temples and working around and then finishing from the crown.
Yeah.
The front works best for me.
It's also not like I have a ton of hair to have to deal with. Like, there's a significant lack of hair, which is always fun.
Well, this is definitely the service for guys that don't have a lot of hair, who have thinning hair or are balding.
Right.
Like, you and me. Generally, guys like us have big beards. And so this is a service that you can still come into the barbershop and still feel part of the family and still come in and have a good time and sit around with us, listen to music.
Oh, yeah. Sadly, we can't have music playing right now because I get yelled at for having other people's music in my videos. I'm looking at you, CD baby. Not that you're watching. Hooray!
I'm just going to do the top. So now it's just moving everything out of the way. And then we'll move on to the pre-shave.
I love it. Also, if you have questions for Trey, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm not going to be able to be like militantly aware of them, but I will be as aware of them as I can be. I'm going to try really hard not to fall asleep while this is happening to me.
I think I should put a disclaimer out there since we are in a social distancing like situation right now. Like Danny and I are two consenting adults that understand like what we are doing.
Yeah, we've also like taken a lot of different precautions. We've both been washing our hands, you know, obsessively, and we're being really careful about all of this. So I'm aware that social distancing is a thing, and I still want people to be practicing that. But this is also a, like Trey said, it is two consenting adults, and you know, it's oh, this feels amazing. It's really hard to talk while you're doing that because it feels so good.
I think if this was like just a podcast, this could be an out of context situation.
Right? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad there's video to this as well because, you know, I feel like if this was just sound, it would sound really awkward.
Alright, so I have the hair down as tight as I want to go and I feel comfortable with it. So now I'll go ahead and apply my pre-shave.
Yay! Mm.
For pre-shave and my shaving creams, I am fond of using Pariso. Apply this just like I would any other lotion or cream itself in general. It just acts like a conditioner. This isn't a necessary step. It's just part of my ritual and what I like to do.
Weird. Also, I'm really sorry that you can't smell what's happening right now because everything that he's using smells phenomenal. And so, yes. Also, sorry for the apparent quality. I don't know what's going on, but apparently this computer does not want to stream very well, so I'm really sorry about that. Let me know in the comments if that's a problem and we need to, like, you know, try to figure that out. Hopefully we can just power through.
I think we'll be alright.
I think we'll be okay. Stop being a jerk, computer.
So now we're going to go and put the hot towel on. Everybody's favorite part.
Yes.
We may do an improvised the crock pot today to keep our towels warm with. I don't know if you can see the steam that's coming off there. Nice and hot.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's the perks of owning a crock pot.
So as that's sitting, I'm going to go ahead and make my cream.
Yes. Okay, so Athena's saying that it's clear, so I think we're good. We're just gonna keep going. This is a weird feeling video for me. Like, I'm very much enjoying this, but I'm used to being the one doing stuff, and I get to just sit here and relax.
But the title's stuff I kind of care about. And
Oh no, I really care about this. It's just, I'm usually the one having to be like the big energetic presence, and I just get to be babied, and oh yeah. Also, for everybody watching, I will be going on Facebook Live at about 11:45 midnight tonight, reading the third installment of the original Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I'm on, I think, chapter 7 or 8. The rest of it's up on my profile. I've been doing this the past couple of nights, and I think while we're in quarantine, I'm just gonna keep reading copyright-free bedtime stories every night at about 11:45 midnight for the foreseeable future. So if you want to be a part of that, find me on Facebook, and we'll figure it out from there. I'm not going to say my name on this video because this is going to keep living on my YouTube channel, and I don't want everybody to be able to find me. But if you should be able to find me, we'll make it happen. It's not that shiny, Athena. You jerk.
Alright, so I got my cream and I got my razor ready. Go ahead and remove this towel.
Holy smokes, it is that shiny. I'm sorry.
It's about to be a lot shinier.
I know. I have a very shiny head. So, for those who aren't aware, what are the towels for?
So the towels are for me to just clean the excess cream off as I'm going through and shaving. I'll also be using a mug of hot water over here to kind of clean the razor off every once in a while. There is a little bit of alcohol in there just to keep the razor clean.
Cool.
I use this one just to kind of on my side to get my fingers every once in a while because I am going to be moving around the head and stretching the skin.
Word. You too can learn things at home.
Alright, so working with my badger, I really want to move the skin around. I really want to move any hair that's still left there. I'm trying to work it around and get it to stand up. Get it nice and loose.
I was not aware that those are called badgers.
Yeah, so they're originally made with badger.
Word. I like that you immediately answered my next question, which I literally was about to ask. Why is it called a badger? Also, for those of you who don't get your head shaved like this, you are missing out, because this is one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Yeah, this is completely different than doing it in the shower with a Bic razor.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you have one of those actual head shave razors that are curved for the head, like it'll get it super close. The common misconception with using a straight razor on your face or on your head is like, oh, it's going to be baby bottom smooth. Like, it is going to be baby bottom smooth in one direction. The other direction is going to feel like if you ever touched a shark, rub your hand against a shark, it's going to be super sharp coming back the other way. And so once I got a good lather on there, then I can get started. And I have plenty over here. I'm going to come back from time to time as I'll do a section and then I'll re-lather because it will dry out.
Shit.
For me personally, I like to use Kamasori blades, which is this kind of blade. I don't like the flip style when I'm doing the head. It just gets in the way. Also use PTB blades, which are push-type blades. They're about 5 times thicker than the ones that we use on your face or when we're lining you up on the back of your neck. So I want to position Danny's head as I need it. Go into a 45 for me. There you go. And I'm going to make my starting point. And that's why I keep this here, just so I can wipe my finger off every once in a while. So I want to stretch the skin, get my angle, and move. Forgive me for my silence when I get into doing this. It's kind of get lost in the focus. So barbering for me became one of those things, like useless Jeopardy knowledge in my head. I never thought that this was something I'd be able to do or know how to do, but I got involved with an amazing group and became a member of a family and just found that I absolutely love doing this.
Which is amazing. And you also happen to be incredibly good at it. Trey is the only person in my entire life that I have given free reign over my personal styling. Also, I think my refrigerator is making weird noises. Sorry.
I think it was his tummy saying he's hungry. Feed me, Daddy.
I don't know why it would be saying that. Because I literally just shoveled an entire pizza in my face.
So I like to do the larger areas first, and I come back and I do the more sensitive areas kind of towards the end. Just something that, so I'm not really, I can focus more on them towards the end. So like behind the ear and closer to the ear and stuff like that. Like I won't worry about doing that right now.
Aubrey, you really should give it a try sometime. Apparently she likes having the hair on her head, so...
Yeah, she lets her hair grow down to her butt, and then she comes here during the summer times, and we have to convince her that trimming her hair is what's healthy for it.
Well, I mean, trimming your hair is healthy.
She likes it long.
Which, I mean, having it long is great, but like...
But then she gets it cut, and she looks at herself in the mirror, she's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then you know, think about the freaking maintenance that you don't have to go through with it that short. Also, just a fair warning, you may actually see a little trickle of head juice because I have a very bumpy head, and I have some pretty interesting scars on my head that are really hard to shave. So just fair warning to you viewers at home. It shouldn't happen. I mean, Trey's really good at what he does.
But, you know, sometimes people get heat bumps, and like you said, with scars, no two heads are shaped alike. There's all kinds of dents and crevices. So, you know, I try my best and I do my best with an evaluation so that none of that happens.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's never anything against the person shaving your head, unless they're like being aggressive about it, obviously.
You never want to be aggressive with it. Even whenever I'm doing my skin stretching, I'm never aggressive with it. If the skin doesn't want to stretch, I don't force it to. And I really want the weight of the blade itself to do the work.
Yep. Holy smokes. This is one of those things that, like, you'll never understand it till you get it done, but you can absolutely get lost in this.
For people that are like instant gratification people, when you're pressure washing or mowing the lawn or vacuuming or something like that, this is the exact same thing for me.
Yeah.
For where the sideburns come in, I like them to be at points. A lot of guys like to have the tree stumps come in or something like that right there. I just think it's a lot smoother for it to come into a point to the top of the ear. Even the tapered look looks really good, but I guess that's the Santa Claus in me with the sled. Feel any burning or anything anywhere?
No.
Good.
I feel peace. Oh. Yeah, this is an incredible experience, and if you do, if you keep your hair really, really close, and you've never done this, as soon as this quarantine is over, you should go find like a really good locally owned and operated haircut spot and absolutely make an appointment to get your head straight razored. If you're here in Florence, I would suggest that you go to the mailroom. If you're not here in Florence, I would suggest that you book an appointment with the mailroom and come to Florence and go to the mailroom. Because this is stuff dreams are made of, folks. How's my bumpy head treating you?
Just fine today, sir.
Yay!
Done it a couple times now, so I'm starting to get it GPSed out.
Nice. Yeah, I've got some super gnarly scars from back when I used to be a way bigger idiot than I am now. So it's always fun to make people have to deal with that.
You know, that was something I thought that I was gonna have problems with coming into this, was like my hands cramping or stuff from as many times as I broke them or broke fingers. You know, in that situation along those same lines, but I never have a problem with it.
That's awesome. I'm getting to the point where it's been long enough since I've actually worked at my job that like I miss the things that made me uncomfortable there. Like having to juice a bunch of citrus every morning. Like that makes your hands hurt by the end of it. It makes your wrists hurt. But like, oh, I would be happy to be doing that again if it meant we were open.
So now I'm gonna come back to those sensitive areas that we talked about, which are on the ear and all,
Yeah.
and I'll wipe away what's there, so it should be nice and moisturized now, so I can come down into it. But I love the meme, whatever the fuck they're called. My bad.
Meme?
That says, yeah, you know, our first day back after quarantine. There's gonna be that one person that wants to get cut off the floor. Yeah, that wants to get cut first. You're like, I know that person. We all pictured that person like in our head as soon as you read that.
Oh, absolutely. I saw that meme and I immediately sent it to my friend Aaron, and he about died. My head's looking even shinier.
Look down at your belly for me, sir, just so I can get these down here.
I do have quite the prodigious belly to be looking at.
Alright. So I feel good with that. Now I'll look around and I'll see if I see any patches anywhere, which I really don't. I don't see anything standing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch and I'm going to go to our last house.
Yeah. I have such a shiny head. Oh well. Baby, I was born this way. I'm so glad I had that crock pot. This feels amazing.
Does that feel right?
Yeah.
So now I'll go ahead and take these away.
I'm also aware that I look ridiculous with this towel on my head. Go ahead, say it. Say something about it, people.
Now's the time I'll come through and start combing the beard.
I don't ever comb my beard, I'm sorry.
I know, and I tell you every time you need to start carrying a comb with you.
I know.
It looks so much healthier. Guys, if you have a beard, carry a comb. No excuse.
I don't try to, like, deny that I should do it. I don't make excuses for not doing it. I just don't do it.
And so now that I'm finished, I'm not going to wipe all around or in circular motions. I'm going to wipe from the center of the head forward, going with the same direction that I shaved. And you start getting into pushing it in all directions and against the grain. That's whenever you get into ingrown hairs and bumps and things like that. And that's one thing that turns a lot of guys away from the straight razor shaves, is because they don't know how to take care of it afterwards. You got to follow the full ritual.
I've also never had an ingrown hair or razor bumps from you shaving my head, by the way. Fun fact.
That's pretty good.
It's because this dude actually is really good at this.
And so as I'm cleaning, I'm still looking for spots to see if I feel like I missed anything, which I don't. I feel like we got everything first round. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and apply just a little bit of our tea tree beard oil, just because it's antiseptic and it's a good classic herbal smell to it. So it'll keep it clean and put a little bit more shine in there.
Because my head's not shiny enough.
So I'll hold on to this same wet towel.
I know he combs his beard 24/7. That's why it looks so luxurious. Have you seen his beard? It's phenomenal. Someday when I grow up, I want to be as cool as Trey is.
I want to be a werewolf when I grow up.
Oh, you and me both. Alright, so you can at will transform to and from any animal. What animal is it?
A wolf.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice. I think I would go with bear.
Bear? I get that.
Like a Kodiak bear.
I guess just at an early age, I just had this super attraction, not with like regular wolves, but like lycanthropes in general, like biped and stuff like that. Not the Twilight ones.
No, like think more Underworld, less Twilight.
So Danny's beard, even though he doesn't comb it, it is looking pretty good today. So I'm not going to do a lot to take anything off. I do just want to do a little bit of combing, and anybody that's standing outside of the herd, we're going to go ahead and kind of knock it off. And I'm going to sharpen this up just so this line comes in here. It looks a little bit better.
You do you, boo-boo. You are the pro. That tickles so very much, and I like it.
The butter really tickles my
Oh, yeah, you do the ears? The ears don't actually bother me as much as the cheek does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The mustache is what really gets a lot of people is when I'm working up in that area. And it also gets really weird when people look me in the eye when I'm doing that. So now that I've used the liners to sharpen that up, I'm going to come back with my full clippers just to tame anything that's standing around. These are brand new clippers. I just got these in the mail the other day thanks to my buddy Ant the barber.
That's amazing.
In Seattle. Never really trying to dig into the beard. I'm just kind of outlining it and tracing over it with the blades themselves.
Yes. Mmm.
Around the mustache, I'm going to move the mustache in several directions because I never really want to hit the mustache. I want to hit underneath the mustache just so the mustache is its own separate area.
I always find it interesting that you don't trim my mustache.
I've got a pretty good mustache that curls in its own direction. We do come in from time to time and we'll take it across the lip. But back here we want this, like sideburns, to be its own area. We want this to be its own area as well.
Also, I know it freaking tickles, but try to keep your face as relaxed as possible when that stuff's happening, because otherwise they'll try to trim your beard and then it'll look weird.
You end up with a little less than you got in the chair with.
Little less.
Danny looks nice and fresh.
Yay! I look presentable for once.
Look good, feel good, brother?
I feel amazing.
Good.
That was phenomenal. And 33 minutes later, we're going to call it quits, folks. So, you should absolutely check this fool out on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is my full name, Trey Allen Witt, and it's a mix between my home life, social life, and my barbershop life. My Facebook is the same thing, my full name, Trey Allen Witt, and it is just for the barbershop. So you can like and follow me on both, please.
Sweet. Yeah, hit him up. Show him a lot of love. You know, if you got friends that are into this stuff, comment, share, subscribe, all that goodness, and I'm out. Later, nerds.
Bye!